Hey there! Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a powerful concept that could change the way you think about thinking. We're talking about Adam Grant's Think Again, the power of knowing what you don't know. Whether you're looking to supercharge your career, become a better leader, or just improve your everyday decision-making, this book has some life-changing ideas. Now, how many of you have ever found yourself holding on to an idea, belief, or opinion because you thought it was right? Like, really sure? Yeah, me too. Well, Think Again shows us why that might be a big mistake. Let's break down the key takeaways and powerful insights from this book that you can start using today. Let's jump in. Okay, so picture this. The world is changing faster than ever, right? Technology, information, the very fabric of our understanding of, well, everything is in constant flux. Adam Grant argues that in our rapidly evolving world, the most crucial skill you can develop is not accumulating more knowledge, but rather the ability to question what you already know. That's what rethinking is all about. Think about it. How many times have you held on to a belief simply because it's what you've always believed? We all do it. But clinging to outdated ideas can actually hold us back from real growth and understanding. Grant says knowledge is power, but knowing what you don't know is wisdom. And that wisdom, my friends, comes from embracing the idea that we might not have all the answers. It's about being open to new information, being willing to update our mental maps, and most importantly, being brave enough to admit when we're wrong. Because here's the thing, being wrong isn't a failure, it's an opportunity for growth. We often associate intelligence with being right, with having the answers, with being the person in the room who can effortlessly rattle off facts and figures. But this need to be right all the time could actually be making us dumber. Cognitive rigidity, the inability to change our minds, is often more common in intelligent and successful people. We become so invested in our beliefs that being wrong feels like a threat to our identity. But that discomfort, that willingness to be wrong, is the birthplace of real learning. The brighter we are, the blinder we can become to our own limitations. And that blindness prevents us from truly growing and evolving. So, how do we combat this cognitive rigidity? How do we become more open to new ideas, even if they challenge our deeply held beliefs? The answer, according to Grant, lies in cultivating a quality he calls intellectual humility. Now, intellectual humility isn't about being self-deprecating or downplaying your intelligence. It's about recognizing that we all have blind spots, that our knowledge is always incomplete, and that's perfectly okay. It's about approaching the world with a healthy dose of curiosity and a willingness to say, I might be wrong about this, and I'm open to learning more. Imagine a world where everyone from politicians to CEOs to, well, YouTubers, approach their beliefs with this kind of humility. It transforms the pursuit of knowledge from a battle to be won into a journey to be shared. It's easy to spot flaws in other people's arguments, right? We've all been there, shaking our heads at the TV, wondering how anyone could possibly believe, but how often do we turn that critical lens inward? When was the last time you actively questioned your own deeply held beliefs? Grant argues that true intellectual growth requires us to become our own devil's advocate. He challenges us to approach our beliefs with the same skepticism we might apply to someone else's. To constantly ask ourselves, what if I'm wrong? What evidence might contradict my current understanding? It's about seeking out diverse perspectives, reading articles or books that challenge your worldview, and having conversations with people who hold different opinions. And here's the really cool thing. When you approach your beliefs with this kind of openness, you might be surprised by what you discover. You might find that your initial assumptions were flawed, and that's okay. Because in the process, you'll have learned something new, expanded your understanding of the world, and become a more thoughtful and well-rounded individual. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to fall down an internet rabbit hole of information that confirms your existing beliefs? You search for something on Google, and suddenly you're 3 hours deep into articles and videos that reinforce everything you already thought you knew. That, my friends, is confirmation bias in action. It's our natural tendency to seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs while conveniently ignoring anything that contradicts them. It's like building an echo chamber around our own minds, where dissenting voices are silenced and our own biases are amplified. And the worst part is, it's often an unconscious process. We don't even realize we're doing it. So how do we break free from this insidious cycle of confirmation bias? It starts with awareness. We need to be mindful of our own tendency to seek out information that confirms what we already believe. We live in a culture that often glorifies certainty. We're told to be confident, to have all the answers, to never show weakness. But what if I told you that doubt, yes, doubt, can actually be a powerful tool for growth and innovation? Grant argues that doubt isn't the enemy of knowledge, it's the engine that drives us to learn and grow. When we embrace doubt, we open ourselves up to new possibilities, to different perspectives, to the realization that we don't have all the answers. Some of the greatest discoveries and innovations throughout history have emerged from moments of doubt. Doubt allows us to approach challenges with a healthy dose of humility, recognizing that we might not have all the answers, but that's okay. It's in those moments of uncertainty, of not knowing, that true innovation can flourish. We often think of great leaders as those who have all the answers, who confidently steer the ship and make decisions with unwavering certainty. But Grant argues that the best leaders are those who cultivate a spirit of curiosity and encourage rethinking within their teams. These leaders understand that they don't have a monopoly on good ideas. They create environments where it's safe to challenge the status quo, to voice dissenting opinions, and to admit when you don't have all the answers. They foster a culture of psychological safety, where team members feel comfortable taking risks, making mistakes, and learning from each other. Rethinking leadership isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about creating a space where everyone feels empowered to think critically, challenge assumptions, and contribute their unique perspectives. Persuasion. It's a word that often evokes images of slick salespeople, manipulative politicians, or that one friend who just won't drop it. But what if we reimagine persuasion not as a battle to be won, but as a process of shared understanding and growth? Grant dives into the psychology of persuasion, exploring how we can change minds without resorting to manipulation or coercion. He argues that true persuasion is about building relationships, finding common ground, and creating space for people to rethink their beliefs in a way that feels safe and non-judgmental. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the most effective way to change someone's mind isn't through logic or argument, but through empathy, compassion, and the power of human connection. In a world that's constantly changing, the only constant is the need to adapt, to learn, to evolve. Grant emphasizes that rethinking isn't a one-time event. It's a lifelong practice, a commitment to continuous learning and growth. This means embracing a mindset of curiosity, of always seeking out new information and perspectives, even if they challenge our existing beliefs. It means being open to the possibility that we might be wrong, and that's okay. Lifelong learning isn't confined to classrooms or textbooks. It's about approaching every experience, every conversation, every interaction as an opportunity to learn something new. The journey of learning and rethinking is ongoing, and that's what makes it so exciting. All right, so we've covered a lot of ground. We've talked about the importance of rethinking, the dangers of cognitive rigidity, the power of intellectual humility, and the importance of lifelong learning. But how do we actually put all of this into practice in our everyday lives? Grant provides practical strategies for incorporating rethinking into our daily routines. He suggests surrounding ourselves with people who challenge our ideas, actively seeking out diverse perspectives and creating space for reflection and introspection. Remember, rethinking isn't just about changing our minds, it's about expanding them. All right, that's it for today's deep dive into Think Again by Adam Grant. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content that challenges your thinking. And remember, the journey of rethinking is ongoing. It's about embracing curiosity, challenging our assumptions, and being open to the possibility that we might be wrong. Because in the words of Adam Grant himself, the purpose of learning isn't to affirm our beliefs, it's to evolve them. So go forth and rethink everything. Your mind and the world will be better for it.